Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
That's right, it's Baller Friday. What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. It is a free-format Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, which means I'm going to be taking your calls and I'm going to be hearing what you have to say, what you want to talk about, and that's going to be the show this evening, on this Baller Friday, for Christ's sake. But before we get into anything of that, I'd like to say that I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, folks, this is episode number 259. For all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And if you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And by God, if you haven't already done so, follow me on Twitter, for Christ's sake, all right? The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All right, the word politics, all one word, no underscores, ghost. Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter, folks. Anyway, before I get into anything, I do want to make it official. I know that I announced this yesterday, and my brethren from across the pond in Britannia did not want to believe that they had a London mayor that was Muslim. They were still trying to hold out hope. They were still trying to hold out some kind of faith. But, folks, it is official, all right? It is now the official City of London stand, all right? The City of London stand, for Christ's sake. I feel bad for my brothers from Britannia. I don't want to get too much into this. Maybe somebody won't want to talk about it. And, of course, call in right now, folks. I mean, the lines are probably lit up. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. I know that, it's probably lit up. People are probably having a hard time getting through, folks. But let me tell you something. I'm going to free up some of these lines. Free up some of the lines, engineer. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and free up some of these lines. And we're going to have some people call in. We want to talk about what you want to talk about on this Baller Friday. But once again, my condolences to my brethren from across the pond in Britannia. I'm sorry, man. I'm just, Jesus Christ. The new City of London stand. Anyway, let's not be gloom and doom about it. The Trump train moves forward, for Christ's sake. Everybody's bowing down. And, of course, the only person that isn't bowing down is this Speaker of the House jerk-ass, Paul Ryan, all right? Now, I knew we were going to have a problem with this jerk-ass, all right? I knew it. I mean, he's a power-hungry, filthy idiot, all right? Never done an honest day's work in his damn life, okay? Now, what I called for on Twitter, and I am calling for now on this broadcast, there is an opponent. That's right. There is an opponent that is running against Paul Ryan, And I think everybody within the capitalist army and anybody who has any kind of creativity to influence anybody on the internets or, do some meme magic, I strongly advise you to do it for the opponent of Paul Ryan. And the opponent of Paul Ryan is a man by the name of Paul Nehlen. The last name is spelled Nehlen. His Twitter address is PNEHLEN. All right, Twitter address is PNEHLEN. And let me tell you something. We got to put some effort and some energy trying to make sure that this man beats Paul Ryan so we can take this filthy piece of trash out and put him in the unemployment line where he belongs. I'm sick of career bureaucrats, folks. I don't know about you people, but I am sick of them. They've done nothing. They put us in the current position that we're in today, for heaven's sake. So once again, I'm calling on the capitalist army, all right? It's time for us to back up Paul Nehlen in Wisconsin for Congress against Paul Ryan. All right, this guy wants to sit here and he's, I don't know if I'm for Trump. I can't get behind him. Well, you know what? Get the hell out of the damn Congress and get the hell out of the Speaker of the House seat, Paul Ryan, you piece of trash. I'm telling you, there's skeletons in that idiot's closet. I'm telling you, you can just see it in his creepy-ass face. You know what I'm saying? And he's obsessed with, the way his body looks. He's always obsessed with making sure he's in the gym. I've always told you about those guys. All right, I don't want to get into it, but I don't trust anybody who is obsessed with looking at themselves in the mirror, flexing, and admiring a man's body. I mean, that's what you're doing, guys, that are out here trying to pump themselves up and be muscle heads. When you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, yeah, look at that cut there. Oh, yeah, you're admiring a man's body. All right, I'm just saying. In my personal opinion, I think that the majority of muscle heads that are out here in gyms today are homosexuals. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I know it bears repeating. And I'm talking like, not, I'm talking like they're bottoms, all right? Muscle head bottoms. I'm telling you, the modern-day bathhouse is your everyday gym in today's America, everyday gym membership in today's America. It's pathetic and disgusting. Anyway, I don't want to digress into that, folks. Once again, Donald Trump in the House, and we're to continue to go forward. The Trump train continues on, baby. And let me tell you, before I get off and go into the phones here and see what you guys want to talk about, did y'all hear about this big mess about Donald Trump, tweeting? I actually retweeted the tweet, tweeting himself out eating a goddamn taco bowl or something and saying, happy 5th of mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? I mean, did y'all see this? And, of course, people had a problem with this. Like, well, it's not authentic Mexican food. I mean, you idiots, if you even understood Mexican cuisine, Mexican food is different all over Mexico, you idiots. I mean, there's even a different kind of Mexican food out here in Texas, Tex-Mex out here in mid to southern Texas. It's called Tex-Mex, for Christ's sake. And if you tried to pass that off as Mexican food in Mexico, they'd look at you cross-eyed, for Christ's sake. I'm serious. So I'm sick and tired of, this racial division as it relates to Donald Trump. I mean, the guy was obviously trying to do the politic thing, showing, hey, look at this. I got a taco bowl that's made by the Trump Grill at the Trump Towers. I mean, which is, hardcore, by the way, hardcore capitalist. And everybody had a problem with it. Everybody had a goddamn problem with it. They tried to play this racial leftist divide, for Christ's sake. I mean, some people were pissed that it wasn't a burrito. Some people were pissed that it wasn't a taco. I mean, those people need to chew on a rubber tortilla and choke on it. I mean, I'm serious. Give me a break, all right? Give me a break. And moreover, these leftist, the Chicano movement, La Raza, UNITA, and all this other stuff, you idiots need to take your heads out of your asses, too. I talked about this to Black Lives Matter the other day. I'm talking to you people now, all right? All right, La Raza, UNITA, and all that stuff. Let me tell you something, all right? First of all, leftism, I mean, just look at what it's done to South America, all right? Look at what it's doing to Venezuela, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, the model that you people are trying to, claim is going to be the savior of this country has destroyed most of the damn countries within South America that applied this model, all right? That's first and foremost, all right? Secondly, I don't understand this obsession with, like, Aslan. And for you folks that are unfamiliar with this, La Raza Unida, all right? These people believe in the Aztec gods. They're trying to go that deep, believe it or not, as if they're descendants of the Aztecs or something. But that's how deep they're trying to get with this crap. And they're actually trying to, bring back these deities that were allegedly worshipped by the Aztecs, for Christ's sake. And I don't get it. I have no freaking idea what the hell these people are smoking. All right? Now, I get, like, let's say, to be honest with you, I mean, the Latino question is so complicated that they don't even understand it. I mean, there is no Mexican race. I mean, let's be completely honest with ourselves, all right? Remember, Christopher Columbus founded, supposedly, this land over here in 1492, okay? Within 100 years, it was settled by the Spanish, and then the Dutch came over here, the English came over here, so on and so forth. But the first people to come over here were the Spanish, because the Spanish were the ones that funded Columbus's voyage, and when Columbus found the route over here to the New World, well, the Spaniards were the ones that were going to take advantage of that because they funded the freaking voyage, all right? Now, the reason that Christopher Columbus was so, how can I say, confident in the fact that he was going to be able to find a new route to the East Indies, because he actually wanted a new route to India and China. All right, I'm serious. He did not sail the earth to see if it was freaking flat. All right, that is a stupid story that they are now teaching in school as fact. All right, that he did not decide, because I mean that would be idiotic. First of all, because it's a suicide mission. And secondly, you can't document any. I mean, like, let's say you're sailing to the edge of the world, so to speak, and you get there and you fall off. Who the hell's going to tell the story? I mean, it's a suicide mission. It's stupid. And I cannot believe they're teaching this in schools. You understand that Christopher Columbus setting sail to see if the earth was flat is a freaking story from the 1800s written by the same man who wrote the story, Rip Van Winkle. All right? I mean, seriously, it's a fact. All right? Now that I've gotten that out of the way, Christopher Columbus was a businessman, all right? He understood that, hey, look, if I can find a new route, to the East Indies, we won't have to negotiate here in Europe with the people in the middle, the middleman, the people in the Middle East. The Middle East separates India and China from actual Europe, all right? So this is where you get this terminology from. All right, cutting out the middleman, the Middle East. I'm telling you this, all right? This is a history lesson here. Wake up from this Baller Friday for a second, all right? And then we're going to go to your calls. All right, so he wanted a new route to India and China. Now, the reason he believed that he found it is because the man was married to a Portuguese woman whose father was one of the biggest innovators in navigation at that time in navigation history. And because he married this Portuguese woman, he was able to, basically get his, works and all his cartography and all his logs. I mean, all his sailing information, navigation information, everything. He was able to get it because he was married to this daughter, this Portuguese navigator's daughter. Obviously, he didn't have any sons, and if he did, they didn't want to take up sailing, obviously. I don't know. But anyway, Christopher Columbus found these things. He saw them. He saw an opportunity. He figured, hey, look, if I can find a new route to China, to India, I could cut out the middleman. I'll be the richest bastard in the world. I mean, I'll be a rich bastard. There was an economic interest as it relates to Christopher Columbus setting sail, all right? He did not want to prove that the world was flat. That's a freaking 1800 story that our education system is passing off as an actual fact. It's not a fact. It's fiction. That's why I hate fiction. But anyway, once Christopher Columbus founded the New World, because at first he thought it was the East Indies. That's why he calls the people that he first saw here Indians. All right? Indians. You get it? Jesus Christ. Anyway, once he figured out that these people were not the East Indian, the people that he was looking for, but found that there was rich natural resources, I mean, gold like they had never seen before in their lives, okay? Then when he reported back, because, look, I know Christopher Columbus is Italian, but nobody in Italy wanted to fund his voyage. He was trying to look for somebody to fund his voyage. Spain did. And you see, I don't understand why the feminists don't look to this Queen Castile. I forgot her whole name, but the Queen of Castile at the time, all right, was the one that actually was intrigued with Christopher Columbus and funded his voyage. All right, so when he went back to Europe, he had to report to Spain and reported to the Queen, and when he reported that there was freaking gold and unlimited gold and they couldn't believe how much gold they saw, who did they send out there to go get the goddamn gold? The conquistadors. That's right, the conquistadors. Now, before that happened, okay, the Portuguese were a little pissed off at the fact that, hey, wait a minute, if Christopher Columbus, founded this new world and whatnot, why do you all get all the land? I mean, it was our boy, it was our navigator and his research that helped this idiot find whatever the hell's out there. We deserve something, and that's why Brazil, folks, Brazil in South America speaks Portuguese, because guess who was the arbitrator of this particular dispute? The Catholic Church. Oh, isn't that great? Yeah, oh, that's just so great, isn't it? Anyway, when they sent the conquistadors out here, okay, so let me just talk about the first, the one that I'm talking about for this conversation, the Aztec one, which was Cortez. The conquistador Cortez, all right? This guy comes out here with his men, comes out to, the area in which the Aztec empire, reigned supreme. And believe it or not, I mean, they actually, the Aztecs, they took in these guys as friends. And this is how the story goes, because there really is no documented evidence as it relates to the true essence of the Aztec people, the true historical the true historical story, the factual story that happened here, because the church purposely destroyed artifacts pertaining to these tribes because they thought they were satanic. So I mean, the only reason that we have the artifacts that we have today was because you had compassionate priests that actually, Catholics, they're relic based. They believe in relics. It's hard for them to destroy a relic. So the only reason that we have artifacts from these people is because priests hid them. But anyway, let me get back to the point. All right. The Aztecs were really friendly to the conquistadors. The story goes that Cortez and his boys, accompanied with, some priests, because the Catholic Church always has to come along, for Christ's sake, and they were taken in by Montezuma, which was the leader of the Aztec people at the time. And from what the story goes, the conquistadors observed horrible sacrifices. They worshiped the sun. They would cut people's hearts out. The whole nonsense that you hear about, or if you've seen the movie Apocalypto, which is directed by Mel Gibson, brilliant movie, by the way, that portrays, I believe it's the, I think it's the Incas, if I'm not mistaken. No, the Mayans. Excuse me, Mayans. Yeah, there's the Incas, the Mayans, the Aztecs. That's who got conquered down there in Mexico and South America. Anyway, Montezuma takes the conquistadors in, and then has like this big rally, to announce their new visitors. Montezuma, this is how the story goes. He's on, this pedestal, and everybody's looking, and everybody thinks that Montezuma is God in the Aztec culture. So Cortez, and this is why they called them conquistadors, folks, all right? When he saw this, and he saw that all the people were watching, and they were cheering for Montezuma, they were bowing down, they were like, oh, we're not worthy, whatever the hell they were doing. This son of a bitch, Cortez, takes out a knife and slices freaking Montezuma's head off right in front of the people, and literally devastated the whole entire community of the Aztec people, horrified them, demoralized them, and as a result, they got conquered. That's why they called them conquistadors, all right? They killed the men, raped the women. And that process was repeated, with the Mayans and the Incas. And to be honest with you folks, the Mexican people and most of South America is mostly the rapings, the population. I'm talking the bloodline, all right, is the rapings of the conquistadors against the Indians. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just an FYI, all right? FYI. Hold on, my dog. What's going on, Templeton? Oh, my God. Get over here. I don't know, I'm talking about Incas and Mayans and Aztecs. So you might be getting... Go over there, Templeton. What are you doing? Come over here. I'm doing a show here. It's a Baller Friday. Jesus Christ. Get over here. See, it just goes to show you I really have a dog. There's some people out there saying, he doesn't have a dog. He's just saying, I got a damn dog, all right? He's usually a pretty good boy out here, all right? They're doing some freaking work. I'm telling you, we're in the city out here, folks. I'm in the city, and you got a lot of things going on. Hey, that's enough. Be quiet. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on out here. Austin is progressing like hell, for Christ's sake, and digressing at the same time. We got a lot of refugees that are being shipped over here thanks to Obama. We got a lot of buildings going up, a lot of new people. It's growing beyond anything that I would have ever imagined, all right? All right, hey, Templeton, enough, all right? Come here. Hey, what the hell's your goddamn problem? Come here. What's wrong with you? You okay? You scared or something? What's your problem? I'm on the air here. Do you want to say something to the people? Say something. Speak. Well, never mind. I don't want you to start barking again, Templeton. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off on this soliloquy about, the conquistadors and all this, but I'm telling you, folks, people need to know their history. And my Mexican brethren, they need to understand that Latinos is really what you need to encompass as it relates to anyone who is of a lighter shade of brown color, if you will, all right? Because, folks, at this point in time, Latinos encompass a whole realm of different folks. There are black folks that are Latino. There are black Cubans, there are black Panamanians, all right? I'm serious. Now, whether or not you should call Brazilians Latinos, I don't know. They're Portuguese in nature. Do you understand? Once you start understanding history, all right, then we start, getting a better interpretation of how to lay groundwork for the future of reality and stop living in a goddamn fantasy, all right? Anyway, folks, let's go right to the phones, all right? 516-453-9903. It's a Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Did not mean to go into that soliloquy about conquistador and, Mexican history and all that crap. Anyway, cheers to the capitalist army, folks. Cheers to the capitalists. Cheers to the workers. And cheers to the taxpayers throughout the world. Cheers to you all out there, baby. This scotch is for you. Oh, good stuff, baby. Good stuff. All right. Do we got any callers here, engineer? Good day. All right, we got a few callers here. And let me tell you, we want to talk about some serious issues. So if I call on your name or your Skype name or on your area code, please, if you can, please have something relevant to say. Tell me something you want to talk about. I don't care if it's ridiculous. Well, I kind of do, but just don't make it a prank call. Don't do radio graffiti crap during this time, all right? Some people might want some serious subject matters to discuss out here. All right, here. Let me take off a couple of these people on the line, engineer, so that anybody who wants to call in at 516-453-9903 could call in, for Christ's sake. I mean, the lines are freaking full to the freaking. I mean, look at this crap. Take some of these people off, engineer. All right, now let's go ahead. And let's go ahead and take some callers here, folks. All right, this is a free format edition. We are going to talk about whatever it is that you want to discuss. Let's go ahead and see if people want to discuss something. All right, 205. What's going on? What do you want to talk about?
Your granny calls. She wants her wheelchair back.
Hey, little twerp. First of all, okay, it's not radio graffiti. Secondly, you sound like you just popped out of the anal passage of Ricky Martin, for Christ's sake, man. Do you come from a two-parent family?
Oh, yeah.
You see, whenever they take that pause to think about it, they know I'm telling the truth. You see, that's one thing that you have to know as a capitalist, how to read people. All right? Now, as different as emotionally and personally people are, mentally they're all mostly the same, folks. Always remember that. Always remember that. Hey, 205, do you have a girlfriend?
I got a boyfriend.
You got a boyfriend? Well, at least you're admitting it. So are you the top or the bottom?
Top.
You're the top? No, get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? You sound like you've got, some phallic in your mouth right now. Don't give me this crap that you're some top boy. Yeah, look at you. I can hear you slurping right now. Get this fruit bowl out of here. Get him out. Get him off the goddamn line. Jesus Christ. You see this, folks? This is your youth of America today. You can thank the public education system, and you can thank the parents of America today, folks. Or I should say the parent in the majority of households today. Yeah, thanks, Mom. That's right, Mother's Day this Sunday, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, I am no fan of single mothers, especially in this goddamn day and age, for Christ's sake. I mean, you just heard an example right there. This is America, folks. I mean, and we wonder why our goddamn country is being flushed down the proverbial crap hole. I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's take a couple of more calls here, or we're going to keep taking calls and hear what you want to talk about here. 518, what's going on? What do you want to talk about?
Hey, Ghost. It's the guy who called a couple of weeks ago about the Muslims at Burger King.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what do you want to talk about today, man?
Well, I sort of give you a quick update on them. They got fired for praying in the freezer.
They got fired for what?
They were in the freezer at whatever Allah time, and they were praying.
Oh, my God. So what? They went into the freezer to do this Allah snack bar praying, and what? I don't get it. I mean, were they not? Are they going to try to sue the organization for not allowing them to go into the freezer and, whatever they're doing?
So probably, but they were warned multiple times after they literally spent an hour praying. Like, at a time doing that. Like, I don't know how long their prayer is, but, they're eating up time.
Yeah, and, thank you for calling and letting us know the info and the update about that. Look, folks, I mean, pray on your own time, all right? Let me tell you, if we can't pray in, public school sporting events and, people can't pray in, public school cafeterias, before they eat, why are we making accommodations for this, why are we doing this? I mean, give me a break, man. Look, you come to America, you assimilate to America, all right? This is a capitalist country, all right? You want to be religious? That's why you have a home, so you can be as religious and as freaky and as fruity or whatever the hell you want to be in your own home. All right? If you want to be that way in public, you want to have a public arena in that regard, well, then open up a business and try to make some business model out of this freaky crap. Sick of this stuff, man. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of trying to accommodate for everybody else, for Christ's sake. I'm a capitalist. I pay taxes, for Christ's sake. These scumbags that are in Washington belong to us. And because they're the ones giving you little people that are just collecting government entitlements our money, you belong to us too. Don't you ever forget that, boy. Anyway, before I get off on a soliloquy, let's go on to another caller here. Hey, 425, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, Ghost. This is Zach. I'm the admin for the Horse Reich channel. I wanted to talk about Ron Paul. He put a tweet out talking about if Trump made him the Secretary of State. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that, Trump could use a Ron Paul in his cabinet. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I don't know. I don't want to discuss the vice presidential possibilities because I kind of know what is being discussed in the social circles, in the inner circles of the GOP. But I wouldn't be surprised and be shocked if it's a Ron Paul or a Rand Paul, okay? But I definitely do believe that Ron Paul will play some part in a Trump administration. Now, whether it's VP, Secretary of State, who knows? But I strongly believe that. And the reason I believe that is because a good friend of Ron Paul is one Roger Stone. And Roger Stone is of course, playing a de facto type of surrogate-based, non-relation to the campaign Trump advocacy type of situation. But in essence, this man is a very close friend of Donald Trump, been close friends with him for 40 years, is in close contact with him, can contact him by phone at any time. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm telling you, Ron Paul is not a bad guy. I just think that he got screwed in 2012, and moreover, some of his policies as it relates to his foreign policies was rather dangerous. I mean, this guy was just talking about cutting and running without getting anything for what we have done militarily for the international community. And the reason I like Trump is because this man is, first off the bat, he's going to renegotiate trade deals, which I love for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, didn't mean to swear there. He's going to renegotiate trade deals, and he's going to renegotiate our military installations. All right, I mean, we're protecting, Saudi Arabia, we're protecting all these, Germany, we're protecting all these nations all over the world, and they're giving us nothing. Nothing. I mean, it's costing us money. I mean, we're taking on debt to do this. And I like how he's going to go right at these people and say, hey, look, it's time for you to pay your fair share. All right, give me a break. And I'm telling you, when Trump negotiates these trade deals, he's going to use this as leverage as well. All right, I mean, it's all negotiation, baby. It's all a deal. I mean, I believe that Trump will not only cut spending, not only lower taxes, but tremendously lower down the national debt. All right, I believe it. Now, I don't know if you folks saw that people are getting all up in arms because the man is talking about possibly renegotiating the debt terms with bondholders. And people are like, oh, my God, that'll throw the economy. Are you kidding me? No, it won't. He's not talking about, like not paying the credit card or something of that nature. He's just trying to refinance the debt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just refinance it for a longer term and with better terms. All right, now what refinancing means, folks, is that he's a businessman. You don't think that he knows enough money in his sphere of influence that he can be able to refinance the United States debt, for Christ's sake, for longer terms? And the reason that he wants it for a longer term is so that the interest rates can stay lower for a long period of time, and that some of the monies collected through taxes and other various forms in a Trump administration can actually come and pay down the principal of the actual debt, folks. Because as I've stated time and time again, every one of the tax dollars collected in America today barely pays the interest on the national debt, barely pays the interest. So what Trump is talking about is something that these dumbass economists and these dumbass politicians have never even thought about because they don't know business. All right? I mean, he's not going to just say, hey, we're going to stop paying and, you better negotiate with us. I mean, nobody does business like that, all right? I strongly believe that Donald Trump has enough backers or at least enough money in his sphere of influence to be able to say, look, we're going to go ahead and buy back bonds, all right? We're going to buy them back, and then once we buy them back, we're going to reissue them under new terms, all right? Now, it can either go that way or he goes to the big investors in American money or in American debt to begin with and gives them a deal of the like, such as, we'll go ahead and buy back the certain portion of these bonds right now at principal, and we'll refinance the other half at a higher interest rate for a shorter time. I mean, do you understand? This man knows what he's doing as it relates to money. All right, it's all about negotiation. It's all about making deals, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, that's why when you hear all these talking heads and all these articles claiming that Donald Trump's gone loco because he wants to refinance the debt for a longer period of time so we can lower the interest rates so we can pay on the principal of the debt. You would thought that people pissed on their best suit. I mean, it's stupid. It's pathetic. I mean, this is simple business, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go take another caller here. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. Thank you for calling in, by the way. That was pretty good question about Ron Paul. Let's take another caller here. 509, what's going on? You're on the horn. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, I got two things, one for you and one for your audience. The first being that I remember you saying a few shows ago that you don't like holidays based on deception. And despite the fact that I've thought that way for years, you're the only person I've ever heard say anything like that. And I know you have a recipe of drawing in trolls and the less intelligent with the energetic rambunctiousness of your show. And I think the younger, demographic that you have would benefit if you'd expand upon that rhetoric a little more throughout your shows.
Well, no problem, and thank you very much for highlighting that. Look, I think that these holidays, and look, I enjoy Christmas. Who doesn't? I mean, that whole spirit and all this other nonsense. But we could have all that without making up a fictitious, fat, bearded, pot-bellied asshole in a red suit, all right, and telling our children right when they're young. I mean, this is really a sick, twisted, it almost seems like an initiation into a world of deception. All right, I'm serious. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about Santa Claus. I'm talking about the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy. These fictitious holidays that are meaningless. But the only reason that they mean so much to you is because they were once based on a lie, and once they slapped you in reality and told you that, hey, it's not real. You're trying to rekindle the innocence that was based upon that lie that will never happen again, for Christ's sake. So I'm completely in agreement with this gentleman who said that, hey, look, maybe you need to expound on this a little bit more with the audience that is young. Because, you see, if you can accept reality as the way it is, and that's why I try to say as much truth as I possibly can on this show. Unlike other, shows that try to expound on truth and then try to advocate some sort of, a revolution of armed proportions, what I'm advocating is a war of capitalism, a war of the mind, of consciousness, an idea of philosophy. I mean, that's why I discuss a lot of subject matters that nobody discusses. That's why a lot of people listen to this broadcast, because I touch on subject matters and give morality to things like homosexuality and transsexuality. I mean, as I've stated prior, transsexuals, they need to get the hell out of the idea of being affiliated with lesbians, gays, and bisexual queers. That's what they call themselves now. I'm serious. It's not a derogatory term. All right, and the reason I say this is because the majority of transsexuals, the basis of their existence is not sexual, unlike most gays and lesbians. Most gays and lesbians, the prime motivating factor of them being gays and lesbians is that, it's a sexual, carnal in nature. I mean, and this is why I criticize the supposed LGBT community, because if the first thing that you want people to know is your sexuality, well, then how in the hell can anybody take you serious? You understand? I mean, you're already expounding on the fact that you are a carnal, sexual deviant that would probably go into the bathroom and, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is what my criticism is of LGBTQ, all right? Unlike transsexuals who I believe genuinely have reasoning that they believe that, look, they feel like girls, and I'm not talking about some idiot in a Fu Manchu, with his disgusting man body throwing on a dress. I'm talking about genuine people that make transitions, whether they cut their wangs off or not. All right, people that genuinely live 24 hours as a woman. All right, these people don't want sex like the homosexuals and the lesbians, in my opinion. I mean, they actually want a genuine relationship. They want the movie The Crying Game, for Christ's sake. That's what they want. They want The Crying Game, the movie. So anyway, but back to the deception thing. Look, I think people need to analyze their lives a little bit and just take a look at how many times people that you love, that you trusted, lied to you. I'm serious. I mean, the Santa Claus kick, the Easter bunny, and all that. I mean, what's the purpose behind that? I never understood that. I'm sure your parents don't understand it, but it's just something everybody is supposed to do, right? Just lie to your children. Lie to them right when they just get out of the womb. Just lie to them. Like, oh, look, there's an imaginary man. He's fat in the ass. He's in a big red suit, and he's got a big sack on his back, and he's gonna give you toys for being good. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Have you heard about this ridiculous new phenomena or this new trend as it relates to this Christmas widget-based consumption? What I'm talking about is the elf on the shelf. I mean, Jesus Christ, can't you think of any more propaganda-based, children-based crap of Big Brother than the elf on the shelf? And this is my opinion, of course, folks. All right, you take it what you wish. But, I mean, this is just disgusting. It's filthy. And it's no wonder why our children, all right, are just completely disgusting. All right, and completely just bowing down, wanting socialism, wanting government in their lives. I mean, this is why you got the freaking elf on the shelf. Now, don't you dare be bad, Billy, or that elf on the shelf will tell Santa, there he is. I mean, Jesus Christ, just go ahead and tell them there's going to be a surveillance state and you're going to put a chip in their ass. Jesus Christ. Anyway, 516-453-9903 is the number to call. We're having a free format edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, folks. We're talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about, folks, all right? It's a Baller Friday. All right, Baller Friday in the house. And before we go on, I'm going to take another swig of the scotch here because it's a Baller Friday. It's the time for the capitalists to celebrate their hard-earned work week. Take a look at the chips that they've stacked, parlay those chips into hard assets, and continue riding the capitalist wave, baby. Cheers to the capitalist. Cheers to the taxpayer. Cheers to the worker. Cheers, baby. Oh, man. And let me tell you, if you don't drink, I mean, you have some kind of vice that you can genuinely let loose, all right? Now, I'm not talking about video games, all right? Video games is entertainment. I'm not talking about movies. Movies is entertainment, all right? I'm talking about a vice that can really mellow you out and be like, all right, I'm all right. I'm serious. Anyway, let's continue going on. We got more callers, engineer? All right. Well, I think we got Trumpet Capitalist here. I think he's got some more 411 on the Ted Cruz scenario. Trumpet Capitalist, you there?
Yep, I'm here, Ghost. How you doing?
How you doing, man? Long time no hear. I know you've got your blog up. I've been a big promoter of it. I'm glad that you were one of the very few people that heeded the call and just went out and just did it, man. And I think that you're getting a little popular out here amongst legitimate conservative and legitimate Trump supporters out here. So go ahead. I think that you've got some more 411 to give us, and go ahead and break it down, man.
Well, I'm going to start by focusing off the D.C. Madam list because apparently the claim from Montgomery Sibley, who is the lawyer that's trying to get these lists released, was denied by the Supreme Court. He's trying to make his next moves, and we're trying to wait and see what he does, so I'm going to skip off of that. I want to focus on his voting record for a minute. There's some pretty interesting patterns that I found. First and foremost, some of the absent votes that he has skipped. Basically, what he has skipped, first and foremost, is John B. King, and he was the secretary. He's now the Secretary of Education. But what this gentleman did to the New York State education system, he demolished it. He oversaw Common Core. He completely demolished the proficiency standards, and he just completely demoralized all the schools in New York State. That's who's now running the Secretary of Education. That's who the Secretary of Education is now. He was quiet on that.
And he didn't even show up for work. And, at least to even show that he was in opposition to it. That is a classic bureaucratic move of abstaining because they don't want to put their money where their mouth is politically.
Absolutely, yes. And the second vote I wanted to talk about is Loretta Lynch. Because apparently what I found when I was researching this is that Ted Cruz was the only person that did not vote at the confirmation of Loretta Lynch, and that vote passed 56-43. And he basically said that because he had to actually, here's something big about that. He said that he couldn't attend because he had a fundraiser to attend. Can you believe that?
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, I'm glad you found these patterns here. I'm telling you, the more and more you unearth about this scumbag, he's less and less conservative and more political establishment. If not mainline political establishment in disguise. I was unaware that he abstained on the Loretta Lynch nomination. But you would think, being a hard conservative and Loretta Lynch being, I think she's a little worse than Holder, if that's even believable. But seriously, to abstain from that nomination vote, I think that's a slap in the mouth. It's an abstain vote. It means that he didn't want to say yes. He didn't want to say no because obviously they've got some sort of political connection, in my opinion. When you're elected, you need to be there and you need to show up for work, yay or nay. All right. Don't get me wrong. There are some bills that you may be like, well, I don't know about that. I'm not taking an issue on this, but for Loretta Lynch, all right, and then the guy that is now the Secretary of Education. Not showing up for those votes is like a slap in the face to his constituency.
It definitely is a slap in the face. The third and final vote I wanted to talk about before I'm done. Basically, CISA, Cyber Intelligence Act. That I think a couple of years ago you talked about it. CISPA.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, he also abstained from that vote. And what else? He also abstained from that vote, and that bill passed. But I don't think it got signed into law. Thank God. But He claims that he's all for privacy, all for, constitutional rights, all for privacy rights, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But everything else. He also, wanted the Freedom Act, which basically is almost a carbon copy of the Patriot Act provisions, which allow for metadata. And that's pretty big because he thinks he's all for privacy, all for this, when he's not voting to strike down an important bill that jeopardizes the security and privacy of your data online, and also your phone data. That's unbelievable? He just slapping off.
He's just a contradiction walking, man. This guy's a scumbag. I can't believe that this guy carpetbagged to Texas, actually being a Canadian, and fooled everybody out here. I'm telling you, these guys are sociopath psychos, man. I mean, they could sit here and tell you one thing, smile in your face, do another thing, and then when they're asked about it, they split hairs like Bill Clinton redefining the word "is" in a litigation, or in arbitration.
Absolutely.
Or deposition. It was a deposition. My bad. Go ahead.
Well, basically, yeah. I'm finding a lot of information about Ted Cruz, and I don't think I'm done yet. So basically, what I also want, one more thing, I'm actually changing a little bit about the blog. I'm actually going after politicians that you want me to go after. So anybody can shoot me over a suggestion. I'll research and I'll see what I can find. Do you have anybody else that you want me to research?
I think that you should, comprise what I have found on Paul Ryan's mother, Betty Ryan. It's all out there on the internet about how Paul Murray Ryan, his old man, died mysteriously, and I've said this 1,000 times. I mean, the only time Paul Ryan Jr. Talked about his dad's death was in an interview during, I think, the 2012 campaign, and he alluded to the fact that the man was an alcoholic. But what I found in my investigations was the fact that this man was not an alcoholic. As a matter of fact, he didn't drink a drop for about 30 years. And then here at the end of his life, he started hitting the sauce a little bit, and I don't think that warrants, a heart attack. I mean, to be honest with you, he died in his 50s, and look, I think it's possible that maybe he did, but I would have liked to have seen a toxicology report, some kind of autopsy. But okay, let's give Betty Ryan and let's get her the benefit of the doubt on that one. Of course, her and Paul Ryan benefit generously economically because Paul Murray Ryan left them a lot, of course. Secondly, when Bruce Barlow Douglas lost his wife in like 94, 95, it wasn't but 1 year later that he married Betty Ryan, and by 2002, this man was dead. And now Betty Ryan lives in Bruce Douglas Barlow's house that it says on his obituary. It says he lived by his house by the sea, so obviously it was very important to him. She now lives there and is working as her own business as an interior decorator, which I find hard to believe in Obama too, that you're actually finding money as clients as an interior decorator. But once again, I mean, no toxicology report that I could find, no autopsy that I can find, and moreover, there's a correlation between the Paul Ryan and Betty Ryan profiting off death. And, I'm starting to find this frequently, like, I found this about Randall Dunning, that disgusting delegate from Garland, Texas, that was on the internet trolling everybody, saying, "Hey, I'm going to vote for Cruz." Hey, just like a stupid, sniveling, lispy bastard. The same kind of garbage. I find it rather disturbing, and I just think that maybe you should compile and go into that direction and see where it takes you. In my opinion, I think it'll take you into some weird, nefarious type of areas, in my personal opinion.
I'll research it after I get off later tonight. So now that's it for me. The chat's getting a little bit riled up. They're getting a little bit pissed off that I'm spending a lot of time on here. But make sure to follow me on Twitter, The God of Rage. Make sure to look at my blog. There's a lot of information, interesting stuff about Cruz. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff about Hillary. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff about many politicians. Keep a lookout for that. Ghost, have a wonderful day, and I'll call you as soon on the next stream format.
Hey, thank you very much. Once again, his blog is thegodofrage.wordpress.com. Thanks a lot, man. Trumpet Capitalist right there. Once again, I mean, he is a gentleman that's going out there and taking it upon himself to compile the information, to go out and investigate and write a blog. We need this stuff. Do you understand that? We need you. You, me, we're the new media, for Christ's sake, man. These talking heads on the boob tube are dying. All right, I'm serious. All right, we're going to take another caller here. It's a free format edition of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. Let's go to 501. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here now. My mic working?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing, man? What you want to talk about today?
I'm doing good. Well, I was going to talk about why this is the generation of, I guess, lost boys is what you'd call them. And you've kind of alluded to this before, but it boils down to basically when a society becomes more authoritarian or socialized, and those become one and the same eventually. Whenever that happens, more laws and regulations come into place, and that's just because the government wants more control over stuff. As regulation goes up, the government assumes risk, and taxes become your, insurance premium to offset that. These laws go up, and people cannot experience or experiment as much. They're not allowed to make as many mistakes or failures in life. They're not allowed to, really be free. And that's why whenever school became socialized, people became males became more effeminate, They're in a more structured society. They weren't really allowed to do a whole lot. Anyway, that was just something I've been reading about.
No, it's a good observation, but I don't believe that. I believe that, what's really taking place here is a social engineering by pseudo-intellectuals that have taken control of not only the government system, but, the psychological system, the medical health systems, the justice system. I mean, these people are serious social engineer fanatics. In my personal opinion, I think that, when they create laws that make it financially suitable or financially viable to just have children and be single and, to do what we're seeing out here in America today, this is what's causing the effeminate male, in my personal opinion, because the effeminate male does not have a male to look up to, and basically you need a father and a decent father that can teach you how to be a man and basically teach you how to toughen up whenever mistakes come around and you have to deal with them. I mean, they're viewing their single mothers, for the most part, they're viewing their single mothers as a means of understanding what reaction to have as it relates to manly situations or being in a situation as a man. And once again, it goes down to social engineering. It goes down to laws that are being made, the welfare system creations, financially incentivizing having children, and not to mention these child tax credits. I mean, there's all kinds of things happening, and the byproduct of that is the fact that you've got a lot of males that don't have a man to teach them how to be a man. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that. That makes sense as well. I think that that feeds into it, There's a lot of talk about that, how masculine role models are quite necessary. The mother teaches through thoughtfulness, and the father teaches through discipline, and it is eventually for a child to grow into adult, it is their job to rebel against the father, to eventually learn.
No, absolutely.
Rebel,
No, you're absolutely right. Not to rebel, but to go against the father, and then, that gives the teenager, or that's usually when it happens, the wisdom necessary to understand why the father was the way he was. And I'm telling you, these males, they don't have it anymore. They're just looking at mom as a model of how to react to situations. And with all due respect, ladies, all right, most single mothers, I mean, they don't care about the decisions that they make. They just throw caution to the wind and could care less about personal responsibility. I'm sorry. I mean, seriously, this is how most single mothers deal with problems. They don't want to take personal responsibility, pass it off on somebody else. If they can, just pass the whole burden on to somebody else. and that's how they deal with it. And you see, you've got males that are looking at and are like, oh, man, this is how you deal with life. That's all you got to do. And this is why you've got such an effeminate, filthy, disgusting, sucking on the government teat type of crap that we're seeing being produced in America today, in my personal opinion, all right? Anyway, I want to thank you, sir, for, providing your input. I want to go ahead and give some Twitter shout-outs to the folks that are listening in here. And, of course, folks, if you don't know, Twitter shout-outs, you can go ahead and retweet my first tweet on my Twitter account. The Twitter account is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And don't retweet the pinned tweet. Retweet the first tweet that says True Capitalist Radio now live. True Capitalist Radio now live. All right, and then I'll go ahead and give you a shout out. Do we have any shout outs, engineer? All right, here we go. We've got a couple of shout outs out here. And, I'm warning the folks that are listening. We got a lot of weirdos that, get these troll accounts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me just go on. Anyway, we got Choco Latte in the house. Trump Hambone, real funny. Capitalist UK, all hail Texas. Oh, shove it up your ass, all right? I'm glad it stopped raining a bit. I was tired of this crap. And it wasn't raining, it was hailing. It was hailing. We've got Ghostaboo. We've got Mazzly Ray. We've got Chicago for Ghost. We've got Ghost Tohu, real funny asshole. Prepper Capital. Templeton is real. We've got the Lost Brony in the house. Mr. Joker 1332. We've got the Crystal Knot, Texas Slip and Slide. Get out of here! Squid Girl for Ghost. Jesus Christ. The Green Bio in the house. Long Shot Cobain. Oh, jeez. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Good Lord. All right, we got the Flaming Nipple Chops in the house. What's going on? And, look, there's the Whore Master. What's going on? Oh, yes, I am the Whore Master. Oh, yes. Who the hell else do we got? We've got Arklow_Roach in the place. Grills for Ghost. Ray. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Ghost on Craigslist. Shove it up your ass, all right? We got Sergeant Yoda. Capicoli in the house. Aqua Ghost in 6th Street. Look, assholes, enough of the rain jokes, all right? We had a serious issue out here in Texas. It's not funny. We've got Sizzling Canadian Bacon in the house. Sharia for London. Man, don't I agree with that? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Dr. Bance. Texas Canal System. Jesus Christ. Do you see what I'm saying, man? I mean, there's deaths out here relating to these freaking floods and hailstorms and high winds and tornadoes, for Christ's sake. Enough of those goddamn names. Enough, all right? Enough of that crap. Canada Toasted. You see, here we go again. Here it is again. Here we go. We got Yankee Jets 42. What's going on, man? Ah, Jesus, just spit on Ghost's face. I'll spit in your face, you piece of crap. I'll spit in your stupid, stinking, fat, jelly-ass face.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Earlier this week, Claire Tippins shared a princess nickname generator, 3 pictures of her dog wearing a tutu, and 2 online quizzes, including, what candy is your dream castle made of? Claire, your sharing has tipped the sugar scale and turned into oversharing. But have no fear, princess. Geico has something worth sharing with your internet kingdom, like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance just by visiting geico.com. No magic wand required. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Surfing on 6th Street. See, here we go again. God damn it. God damn it. Jesus Christ. We got crazy U2 Ninja out here. Capitalist for Trump in the house. What's going on? I'm only going to take a couple more Twitter shout-outs, folks, because, I mean, this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, especially with these goddamn Texas flood freaking stupid troll terrorists and cyber vermin names. I'm just about sick of it. I can tell you that right goddamn now. All right? Enough of the flood jokes. Enough! Anyway, we've got Trump Bert, all right? Enemy for no, shit, get that crap out of here. Get out! We got CDI Fan 237 in the house. Botch Specialist. Royal Elevator Prince. Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, I'm telling you, you guys are soulless. You're soulless! Jesus Christ. Barbecue Fort Mac. Jesus. Do you see what I'm saying, man? Ghostifer Reeve, for Christ's sake. Oh, you son of a bitch. Now, God damn it, you sons of bitches. I'm not crippled. Jesus Christ, man. You know what? That's it. I'm not. Enough of this cripple crap. Enough of the freaking Texas rain. Enough of the Templeton. Enough. I'm done with the freaking Twitter shout-outs. Enough. All right, boy? Enough. Enough of this crap. I've had enough, all right? You're not going to ruin my goddamn Baller Friday, you sons of bitches. Do you understand that? You're not ruining my Baller Friday. Anyway, let me go ahead and go back to the calls, folks. We're already well into the second hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. Of course, I'm your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Excuse me, for Christ's sake. I'm looking for Templeton out here. I think he's okay. Anyway, folks, please retweet the broadcast, folks. All right? I'm serious. You know, there's all kinds of buttons next to the player right in front of you right there, all kinds of retweet this buttons, Facebook like buttons, you know, all those little social media buttons. Use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake, you lazy pricks. All right? And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter, all right? The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, all right? Now we're going to go back to the phones, folks, and we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about on this Baller Friday free format edition of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. So let's go ahead and get to some callers right now. All right, let's see what people want to talk about out here. Hey, we got the Teutonic Plague in the house. What's going on, Teutonic Plague?
Hey, Ghost, not much. Happy Baller Friday. Pardon the noise. I'm at a car wash. I was helping my grandmother wash her car, and she's just now drying it off. So pardon the noise. I want to talk about, I believe that Portuguese are, in fact, Latino. I believe that Brazilians are, in fact, Latino, and I want to tell you why.
All right, go ahead.
Portugal, number one, it used to belong to Spain. They used to speak Spanish, which is derived from the Latin tongue. And a Latino is anyone who speaks the language, such as Spanish or Portuguese, that's derived from Latin in South America and all those places. Portugal used to belong to Spain, and when it gained its sovereignty, it kind of differentiated its language a bit, and Portuguese is derived from Spanish, which is derived from Latin, and they speak Brazilian Portuguese in Brazil. So I believe that technically they would be considered Latinos because of the origins of their language and their country of origin and things like that.
Well, you know, that's actually a pretty good history lesson there, Teutonic Plague. I was thinking that maybe you were going to say that the reason they're Latinos is because the women over there have the biggest asses in the world. But no, you know, that's actually a pretty good, history lesson, and it kind of reinforces what I was discussing earlier, man. I really appreciate it. I'm going to leave you on the line there, Teutonic Plague, because I know that you're busy and we can hear it in the background, so on and so forth. So we're going to keep you on the line so that you can continue listening. Thank you for calling in, by the way. We're going to continue going. I don't know. I consider, I guess, Brazilian, the Latinos and Latinas, right? I mean, you know, seriously, have you seen the ass on that one broad that they keep pumping out of Brazil? What is her, Molar Melancia? I think she's called the Watermelon Lady or something. I'm sorry. I mean, I shouldn't even be going there, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm talking to a lot of the people that are listening to me right now think cartoons are attractive, for Christ's sake. So what the hell do they know about freaking women, for Christ's sake? Anyway, let's go back to the phones, folks. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. 302, what do you want to talk about?
Hello, Ghost. My name is Ben. I just wanted to say, I don't know if you saw that news story about Old Navy with the interracial couple. It was probably a few days back.
I did not hear about it.
Yeah, so, and I was pretty angry about that because personally, I mean, I don't know. It might just be a Southern thing, but it's like stick to your race, you know? It's like, because then you have all these babies being produced with this mixed color, and they just look disgusting, you know? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone or anything like that, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't like that they were promoting things that just weren't really.
Well, I don't know. That's a personal preference and a personal prejudice, all right? I believe in freedom. I mean, if people want to be with whoever the hell they want to be, I'm all for it, for Christ's sake. But once you start infringing upon other people's freedoms, like the LGBT, all right, that's when we start having problems, all right? When you start saying that, you know, men can go into the same bathroom as a little girl, that's when we start having problems. I don't believe, you know, to be completely honest with you, I do not believe that there's anything wrong with mixing races. Now, is there anything wrong with being proud of your race? Absolutely not. Is there anything wrong with being proud of a certain heritage? Absolutely not. But, of course, folks, if you are in America and you're living under American soil or in American soil and you are basically reaping the rewards that is American society and living the American way, for Christ's sake, well, then maybe you need to pipe your ass down as it relates to your culture, okay? All right? I mean, you know, I'm talking to all cultures here, all of you, all right? It's ridiculous. This is supposed to be Americana out here, all right? We're supposed to be a melting pot. Remember that? That's why I'm a melting pot of friendship. And so that's why I'm saying, folks, all right? I mean, once a group of people starts infringing upon the rights of others, you know, that's when it starts becoming a problem. I'm not against anybody wanting to marry anybody, all right? All right, I'm serious. I'm not against that. I mean, look, now whether or not the actual biological byproduct will result in an attractive child, I have no idea. I mean, that's just up to personal perspective. But to make a general bias on, you know, against interracial coupling because they'll produce an ugly kid is just kind of ignorant. I'm sorry. It's just stupid. All right, get off my line while you're at it. Get out of here! Jesus Christ. And you say that I'm racist. I mean, listen to this crap. Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? 408, what's up? What do you want to talk about?
Hello, Ghost. Love your show. I have a serious question to ask you. What is your true opinion on Adolf Hitler?
Well, my true opinion on Adolf Hitler is that he was an actor in World War II. Now, was he a good guy? No. Did he do some bad things? Yes. Was he goaded into World War II? Absolutely. All right? But he is no different, in my personal opinion, than Joseph Stalin, than Mao Zedong, than Winston Churchill, than especially that scumbag FDR. All right, seriously. I do not like FDR. I mean, we should be spitting on that man's memory as far as I'm concerned because he was a closet communist. He was a communist bastard, all right? I'm serious. He was a communist bastard, and I'm glad, you know, it's alleged that his alleged lesbian wife had something to do with him not waking up the next night, you know, when he died in office. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just alleged. I'm not saying that I know that as a fact, but, I mean, I would not be surprised. I mean, you know, somebody had to end this crap because, I mean, give me a break with FDR. I'm telling you, what a piece of trash. And if you knew the history of FDR and about how he purposely dragged on the Great Depression and how he purposely dragged America into the war so that he could prolong the Great Depression. Because you see, folks, when you have strife, when you have poverty, when you have dependency, you have dictatorship government. And that's exactly what the FDR administration shows not only observers of history, but you don't think the Democrats want to do this again? You don't think they want to do this again? So once again, folks, Adolf Hitler, bad actor, but everybody in World War II was a bad actor, all right? Now, once again, was he goaded into World War II? Absolutely, all right? I mean, bottom line, all right? And the reason he was goaded into World War II has everything to do with World War I, all right? I mean, it's been proven that Hitler did not want to go to war with Britannia, did not want to go to war with the UK, but because for whatever reason, that stupid king at that time that could barely speak, that he had to get some kind of 80 different speaking coaches so that he could sputter out the sentence fragments he did, warning Hitler that if he went into Poland that it was an act of war against England and France. Y'all remember this crap? They made a movie about this stupid moron. He didn't know how to speak. This is just like typical royal monarch idiot. All right? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just shut up and just speak. You're the freaking king, you idiot. And to be honest with you, I think the reason that he didn't want to speak because he was scared crapless because he didn't want to do it. But, Winston Churchill, folks, in my personal opinion, everybody loves this guy. He was a bloodthirsty asshole as far as I'm concerned, all right? He was the one that initiated this whole nonsense. And if I don't know this for a fact, but I believe that he pressured the king to make that speech because he wanted England to have this kind of war with Russia so that he could keep the Treaty of Versailles alive. I'm serious, folks. It goes back to that stuff. It's really stupid. All right, that's why World War II and World War I, very complicated, stupid, imperialistic wars, and it's pathetic. All right. Anyway, let's take a couple of other callers here. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. Thanks for that question there, that last caller. 940, what's going on? What do you got to say?
What?
Yeah, you're on the air, 940. Oh, Jesus Christ. You see, this is what I'm talking about. First, it's this prank caller. Then it's this idiot that, doesn't have any personality. He tries to sound like Mr. Fortune Cookie or something, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I guarantee you that the majority of these people that are doing these ridiculous, they don't even have a freaking thought process that they could suggest for the show, for Christ's sake. The only thing they're good at is leaving blood farts on the bed, all right, and pizza pocket stains on their shirts. All right, that's all these numbnuts know how to do out here, for Christ's sake. They can't even sputter out a sentence fragment. Jesus Christ. Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? 516-453-9903 is the number to call. All right, it's a free format edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast on this Baller Friday, baby. Anyway, let's keep it going, shall we? Let's take a couple more callers and see what you want to talk about, man. Let's get some subject matters going on over here, you milky lickers. All right, Jesus. 786, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, make sure to enjoy the benefits that come tonight at Happy Hour in the Midnight Cowboy. Yee-hoo!
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, is that supposed to be funny?
Hey, advertisement costs money. I'm advertising my fucking bar here for free. You got beat up at the bar the other day, actually. I saw your ass get beaten at dog meat. So what do you have to act about?
I mean, at least say something funny, you loser jerk dick, man. Seriously. I mean, I bet you don't even have friends, do you? Or at least friends that you've seen outside the internet. Am I correct?
Listen, I own the fucking bar, and I saw your ass get kicked. Everyone was cheering on as you were getting
okay. You're going to stick to that routine that you own the gay bar. Okay, you sound like you're probably in the freaking bathroom servicing glory holes just by the lack of testicular fortitude being portrayed in your fruity-ass little voice, all right? So go into a freaking bathroom and start collecting urinal cakes or whatever you freaks do, all right? Jesus Christ. Who the hell else do we got? 813, what's up? What do you want to talk about?
Hey, Ghost, it's Metroid Junkie. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I wanna say an announcement regarding Capitalist Chaos. I've actually been working on a new level that's in the inner city, and it's got a nice big landfill in the center. I actually tweeted you about it with a video, and let's just say, welcome to Junkyard America, kiddos.
That's right, it's Junkyard America, baby. I'm telling you, hey, look, I'm looking forward to it, Metroid Junkie. It's Junkyard America, for Christ's sake. You know what? I'm being so negative right now. I'm being so goddamn negative. This is a baller Friday, all right? I mean, it's a capitalist revolution, all right? The capitalists have taken complete and total control of the GOP. Let's throw a little bit of a twist on this, all right? For the next 10 or 15 minutes, all right, we are going to turn True Capitalist Radio into true positive radio, shall we? Will that make everybody feel better? Will that make everybody, feel a little bit better in the pants? Huh? Jesus Christ. And because it's, Mr. Positivity Radio, you got to sound real fruity and delicate. Hi, I'm Mr. Positivity. And today what we're going to do is we're going to discuss things in a very positive manner. Okay? So, for the next 20 minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to take callers and we are going to give a positive message, one that can strike at the core of one's ego so it can manifest and be able to make them believe that there is no negativity. There's nothing but positivity. Okay? Let's go ahead and go to the phone, shall we? Engineer, do we have any callers? Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the phone, shall we? 954, you're on the air.
Race war now. Gas the kite. Heil Hitler.
Oh, well, it's unfortunate that young man's having a problem. But we have to put a positive spin about that. We got to put a positive spin. At least that young man is not out, partaking in some of the mischievous juvenile activities that happen between the hours of 4 and 7 p.m., which are the most prime hours of juvenile delinquency, folks. So at least he's here, and he's not out there committing any kind of delinquency, prohibiting him from getting into any kind of lifetime trouble that could permanently be with him for the rest of his life. Let's go on, shall we? We've got 505. Are you there?
Hello?
Well, I'm sorry. We must have a bad connection. All right, you sound like you're having a little bit of a problem, but it's okay. At least you're still breathing, right? At least you can still inhale the air and fill the oxygen with your lungs and then let it out. And it feels so much better just let everything go and be completely optimistic about everything. There's no need for any negativity. Negativity is just a little nothing. It's just a little nilly. It's nothing. You just have to drop it. You just have to drop it. Anyway, you're listening to True Optimistic Radio, and I want to talk to you and give you some optimistic perspective. Okay? 520, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost. I was calling about that new Muslim mayor in London. You know what I'm saying? I think it adds a lot of diversity, something that London, in the midst of a racial and biased crisis, needs. They need Muslims, they need Islam, and they're embracing diversity, and you can see just the human passion towards these refugees. And the refugees...
well, you know what? I can almost agree with you, okay? I can almost agree with you, but I think it goes even deeper than that. I think what it spells not only the cultural diversity, but the actual cultural evolution of Europe itself. I think it's truly, truly compassionate and optimistic that all of Europe allows these migrants to come in, settle within their land, and accept them with love. Now, of course, a lot of these refugees are coming from war-torn, battle-torn areas, and a lot of them are uncivilized. And you got to just accept the fact that a lot of their mischievous activities is not their fault. It's not their fault. They're just a byproduct of unfortunate warlike situations. Now, as it pertains to the London mayor, I think the London mayor shows that London is evolved culturally. It is one people that believe that they are just going to submit their old school monarchs' ways, and they are going to embrace a new culture. They may even embrace a new way of life. I mean, I think it's rather culturally riveting that we are witnessing, right before our very eyes, London converting itself into a Sharia law-like situation. Now, many people might find this as a little bit apprehensive. You know, they might find this a little disturbing, but you need to embrace it. You know, there's an aspect of morality that comes with a woman in a beekeeper suit. You understand? I mean, a woman in a burqa knows her role. She understands that she cannot be a philanderous woman. She can't go out and use her sexuality as a weapon. And there's a lot of optimism behind that, a lot of optimism. So I want to thank you for your call, by the way. This is True Optimist Radio, and I am Mr. Optimistic, and we are taking calls at this point in time and trying to spread optimism throughout this fiber optically connected world that we call the Internet. 509, you're on the air. Hello, 509. Oh, you see, that's somebody who's probably feeling the optimism that I'm exuding on this fiber optically connected world that we call the Internet, and he's just accepting it wholeheartedly and is in complete shock. He's probably never felt such optimism in his life because there's no need for negativity. There's no need for negativity. You just need to drop it like a willy-nilly. Just drop it. There's no need to continue on and burden yourself with negativity. Everything is positive. Everything is positive. This is True Optimistic Radio. Call us in right now, 516-453-9903, and we'll go ahead and give some optimism into your life. Answer your questions, anything that you want to discuss. Okay? Great. Let's take another caller, shall we? Do we have any other callers, engineer, by the way? It's okay, engineer. It's Optimistic Radio. Area code 925, are you there? Oh, see, look at all the optimism being spread around. They're in complete shock. They can't believe it. 773, are you there? Look at that. They can't believe the optimism that's being spread around this Internet. I don't blame them. Nobody talks like this anymore. And I think that's the problem with our world. That's the problem with our world, that nobody understands that you don't have to be negative. You just have to embrace the day. All right, that's enough. I can't keep doing this crap. All right, that's enough, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, since nobody really wants to talk about everything and everybody's pretty much a free controlled jerk-off that's sitting here on hold on these phone lines, I'm going to go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. It's a part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do now is give me a call at 516-453-9903, and when I call on your Skype name or on your area code, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever the hell is on your mind, for Christ's sake, and hopefully
Just hopefully it's a little lulzy, and hopefully you can sputter it out your little stupid cheese hole. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti right now. Pivot Idiot, Radio Graffiti.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, I get around.
Yeah, real funny, yeah, because, you think I'm crippled. Jesus Christ. D-Man, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. Get that stupid freaking splice off. Get it off! You mean to tell me somebody actually recorded themselves taking a damn turd, for Christ's sake, and then spliced that with my freaking voice? You sick, twisted pricks! Jesus Christ. Renegade Supreme, Radio Graffiti.
Here comes some new challenges. You must crush them.
I'm hype, baby. I don't know about you, but I'm freaking hype.
Let's boogie doody. This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
I'm giving them a goddamn Ryu from goddamn Street Fighter. Are you
predictable?
Damn it, you fast!
Blazing sword!
All right. We get it, all right? I mean, you could have used a little bit more. Ayukin! Tiger uppercut. Anyway, a real black guy, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost was just an ordinary man, even though he was just 3'4".
I'm scared of big American people.
But he would soon learn that insulting a god isn't a great idea if you're a midget.
Poseidon, you scumbag. Uh-oh.
And it would take him on a wild Texan adventure.
We got all kinds of hail, for Christ's sake. All kinds of hail.
Columbia Pictures presents.
All right, this is not funny, Poseidon. I'm serious. It's not funny.
Little Texans in Big Floods. Coming this summer.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Damn it! God damn it, man! You sons of bitches! The Texas floods is not a laughing matter. It's not a trolling matter. It's not something to be made fun of. People lost their lives. I mean, good God. God damn it. I mean, just Jesus Christ. Do you hear this, folks? Do you hear this? Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. You son of a bitch, man. I'm telling you. Jesus Christ, man. That just makes me sick. It makes me sick to my goddamn... Jesus Christ, you son of a bitch. If you were in front of me, right, goddamn it. Good speaker. Damn it. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Makes me sick. It makes me sick. Jesus Christ, these scumbag trolls, these troll terrorists, these cyber vermin. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. You sons of bitches. First of all right? First and foremost, stop making fun of the floods out here in Texas, all right, boy? And secondly, I am not a goddamn midget, all right? I'm not even a big fan of midgets, to be honest with you, all right? I mean, have you seen them? I mean, their hands coming out their armpit, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. Jesus Christ, I'm serious. I mean, you know, their arms are like 2 feet too small to whack themselves off, for Christ's sake. Anyway, look, I'm not a midget, all right? Enough of this crap. Sick and tired of you idiots inferring that I'm crippled and all that. That's enough, all right? Jesus Christ. We've got Ann and the Wizard, Radio Graffiti.
I know more about me than practically anybody. I love me. I'm the king of me.
I am now officially declaring myself the king of enemy. Now shove it up your ass, all right? Let me tell you something, you scumbag. All right? I will never, all right? And I mean never be a fan of that freak show cartoon fetish, all right? Never. Never. Jesus Christ. Dark Sword, Radio Graffiti. Ghostler is Duran Duran. Communist to the soul till the bullet hole. Hey, it's the truth. I am a Soviet son of a bitch. I'd rather die than be a goddamn capitalist. I don't believe. Now shove it up your ass. First of all, the splice sucks, and secondly, don't splice me with Duran Duran, you fruit bowl. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? 952 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, is everything okay? You seem a little upset, like you're short-tempered or something.
Jesus Christ, we got the sick-ass clown, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, what kind of a freaking circus sideshow is this turning into, for Christ's sake? God. Oh, my God. 408 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. We got 810 Radio Graffiti.
I used to sodomize children, I swear to you. I really raped thousands of young, beautiful babies. Thousands.
Shut up. That's a horrible splice, first of all. All right, learn a little bit about freaking audio editing, you Nimrod. Ice Hizar, Radio Graffiti.
Donald Trump, all right? This man is actually a homosexual. I did not know that. I didn't realize that he was an openly gay man.
Hey, asshole, stop it. Get him off. Don't besmirch the name of Donald Trump, boy. Do not besmirch the name of Donald Trump. This man has sparked the fire that is the capitalist revolution that is spreading throughout the world. Do not besmirch this man's name, boy. Do you understand that? You understand that? Jesus Christ, you sons of bitches. I'm telling you, you just make me sick. You make me sick. You make me sick. Who the hell else do we got? Do we got any more freaking Twitter shout? Do we have any more freaking Radio Graffiti calls, engineer? Well, we got a couple of more. Tango Whiskey, Radio Graffiti. I love white male. Fart. Please fart in my face. Please fart in my face. Please. Jesus Christ, you son of a bitch. You know what I mean? The only reason that you would make that splice is because you're a sick idiot. You probably do have like a dog farting fetish or some ridiculous, disgusting fetish like that, for Christ's sake, if you're producing that as a goddamn splice, boy. 678 Radio Graffiti.
Yo, Ghost, I know you usually call saying shit, but I want to say that you're actually right. I did the whole thing working a minimum wage job to climb up there and get the raises so I could actually earn the skills to do something with that crap instead of just being a lazy bastard.
Well, that's good to hear, man. I'm serious. I mean, that's what you need to do. All right? I mean, you just got to climb your way up the ladder. I mean, minimum wage doesn't mean that you're going to stay there forever. And if you stay there for more than a year or two, then maybe you need to get another job. Jesus Christ, but everybody needs to be coddled. Everybody needs directions, right? Everybody needs something. And it's just, Jesus Christ. 423 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I hope to see you at Highland Park Methodist Church in Dallas, Texas on May 22nd.
Shove it up your ass, all right? First and foremost, I already tweeted a goddamn video showing your grandfather Buzz Aldrin shaking in his boots when confronted with actual evidence that this son of a bitch never went to the moon. All right? And then he threatened to sue the man that tried to interview him to get an answer to a question. And he wouldn't answer the question. You know what he did? He said, hey, look, why don't you go to the NASA administrators? We're just a couple of guys going for a ride. I mean, that's exactly what he said. He did not want to answer for the evidence that proves that this asshole never went to the moon. All right? I don't believe a word that NASA says. All right, I don't believe a single thing NASA says. All right, you're talking about a scam, another big scam right over there, NASA. They need their funding cut, as far as I'm concerned, and we need to allocate those funds somewhere else. And by the way, we should auction off all the crap that NASA ever supposedly produced. Auction it all off to the highest bidder, for Christ's sake, so we can get down on some of this debt. I hate NASA. It's a pathetic, lying organization. I mean, I'm serious. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of this stupid idiot calling up. Oh, yeah, you better meet me and meet my grandfather, Buzz Aldrin. Yo, screw your grandfather. All right, he knows he never went to the moon. He knows it. That's why he was squirming like some little bitch in that interview. And if you haven't seen it, folks, go to my Twitter account, Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. I tweeted this NASA tweet right after the show yesterday. So if you look back at my timeline, you'll find it. And Buzz Aldrin is squirming like a toad. And not only is he, every astronaut. I mean, this guy confronted everybody. Confronted Neil Armstrong. He confronted other Apollo moon missioners, and none of them wanted to talk. They were getting pissed at him. They wanted to get violent with him. They don't want to answer the question. Those NASA astronauts don't want to answer the question. So screw you and screw your old grandpa Buzz Aldrin, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, let me tell you something. If I slapped that old man, his prostate would fall out of his ass. All right, I'll tell you that right goddamn now. Jesus Christ. Like, I want to go see Buzz Aldrin, one of the biggest liars in American history. Oh, yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, let me go have him sign a book. What is he describing in this book, huh? Oh, I divorced my wife when I'm in my 80s. Oh, you're putting yourself out there back on the market there, Buzz Aldrin, huh? Is that what you're doing? You think you're going to score that hot piece of tail? Why? Because you're Buzz Aldrin? I mean, what a filthy old man. I'm sorry. I don't like Buzz Aldrin. In my opinion, I don't like any of those astronauts. I don't like NASA. All right? I don't like NASA. Anyway, 516-453-9903. It's Radio Graffiti time. 716, you're on the horn, Radio Graffiti. Friendship. Jesus Christ, that sounded like a fruity-ass remix. How many remixes are out there, for Christ's sake, man? Have you folks done a YouTube search at all the garbage that these people have put out about this show and yours truly, for Christ's sake? Look, I mean, Jesus Christ, remixes, splices, for Christ's sake? I mean, come on, all right? I mean, I'm a capitalist, all right? And I deserve the respect accorded that title, boy. Son of a bitch. I deserve the respect accorded that title. Anyway, Mike 347, Radio Graffiti.
Tell you something, I'm going to 6th Street. It's Miller time. It's Miller time.
Woo! Jesus Christ. Again with the Texas flood jokes? Enough, man. That's not funny. It's not funny, all right? Jesus Christ. 210 Radio Graffiti.
But I've also got a book that I am writing, folks, and believe it or not, it is not a book for capitalists. It's a book for how to purchase midgets.
Ah, you son of a bitch. Shove it up your ass, all right? Shove it up your ass. you scumbag. And for you folks that don't know, yes, yours truly is currently writing a book. And look, I am suggesting that it is not for experienced capitalists. This is a book for those that complain every day that they can't make anything out of themselves. People that claim they can't be capitalists, they don't know how to be capitalist. I am putting out a bare bones, easy to read, easy to follow book. All right? Easy to read, easy to follow book, so that even a child, even an ambitious child, can start capitalizing. Do you understand this? I'm serious. There will be no excuse for any loser not to be a capitalist. And after this book is released, all right, and it's going to be an e-book, so you can download it. It'll be really quick, very easy. It'll be very inexpensive, so that you people don't complain and bitch like, oh, I can't. You got $20 a book? No way. It'll be that easy. I'm serious, folks, so that everybody, even an absolute idiot, as long as you know how to read, you can start to become a goddamn capitalist, all right? Because I want more capitalists, all right? I want capitalists throughout the world. I want people to understand that they have the ability to carve out their own destiny if they practice being a successful capitalist. They can make anything they want come true if they are a practicing successful capitalist. Do you understand this? And look, I think I'm going to put out the book here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, at the most, it'll be out in June. And secondly, folks, I'm going to extend the show an hour in June to 3 hours. So be expecting that, folks, all right? I'm serious. Anyway, let's get back to Radio Graffiti, shall we? The People's Republic of China, Radio Graffiti.
We need strength. We need energy. We need energy. And to be honest with you, I don't mind having a big Mexican penis. This country is fucking stupid.
Shove it up your ass. Do not besmirch the name of Donald Trump, you sorry scumbags. This man has sparked the fire that is the capitalist revolution, boy. Don't besmirch his name. Bill, Radio Graffiti. Went to the moon, 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 went to the moon. No, let's not start with this, all right? Let's not start with this crap, all right? Just because Buzz Aldrin's grandson over here is calling me up, wanting me to go see his granddaddy, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean that I want to hear any goddamn trolls as it relates to fake-ass NASA, all right? And look, folks, I mean, I know what they're doing, all right? Moon landing, you know, all those pictures, nothing but Nevada, all right? You know, the goddamn Mars pictures, for Christ's sake, nothing but Nevada. Anyway, 609 Radio Graffiti.
Canada supports Sanders. Canada has been feeling the burn since Sunday.
Yeah, well, it's a shame, for Christ's sake. Oh, no, I get it. Feel the burn since Sunday. Okay, I get it. Not funny, by the way. I mean, look, I don't even like people from Canada, to be honest with you. I mean, I think they're a pimple on the ass of life, but I don't think what's happening to them with that inferno should be happening to them, all right? Anyway, 606, Radio Graffiti.
Hello.
Goodbye. Who else do we have here? Jesus Christ, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. How many songs did this idiot write about his penis? I mean, how many songs? Jesus Christ. Capitalizing with you, Radio Graffiti. CP. Shove it up your ass, all right? Shove it up your ass. Teutonic Plague, Radio Graffiti.
Death! Death! Death to enemy! Happy Boulder Friday and God bless Texas!
Hey, thank you very much, Teutonic Plague. I appreciate it, man. Love the enthusiasm, love the passion, and love the fury, baby. I love it. Who else do we got here? Cosmo Brockington, Radio Graffiti.
Jesus Christ! True Capitalist Radio. What's going on the Cosmos Jam? Ghost. My heart's beating like a goddamn rabbit. I'm going to continue spreading the capitalist reformers around the world. I'm going to continue doing it.
Oh my God! For Christ's sake! I mean, I don't understand that. I didn't understand that. Are you inferring that I'm at the gay club or something? For Christ's sake! Jesus Christ! El Foxo Loco, Radio Graffiti.
Oh, I'm gonna come. Oh, my God, my TV. Oh no. Oh, it's blasted a hole in my TV screen. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Jesus Christ! What kind of sick-ass, twisted, pathetic splice was that? For Christ's sake! Jesus Christ! I'm telling you, we got some sick, twisted puppies out here. Some sick, twisted freak shows. Jesus Christ. 516-453-9903 is the number to call if you want to participate in Radio Graffiti. Let's take some callers that just called in right now, all right? How about that? 469 Radio Graffiti. Okay, I don't get it. All right, but 714 Radio Graffiti. It sounds like you're washing dishes or something, for Christ's sake. Once again, 516-453-9903 is the number to call if you want to participate in Radio Graffiti. Let's hear what we got. Let's see what else we got here. This book belongs to me, Radio Graffiti.
Hey guys, how's it doing? Making a toast to the end of the UK. Screw it. This Muslim guy who's, Shadi Karak, who's now the mayor, it's just terrible. So cheers to the end of the UK. I'm drinking some Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select, actually. So have a good night.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good that you're at least drinking an American spirit, because I think that Britannia needs as much American spirit as it possibly needs with this new London mayor that is Muslim. We can now consider London-stan. And once again, my condolences to my friends across the pond in Britannia. I feel for you guys, man. It's sad. 360 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. 319 Radio Graffiti.
Do you believe that night owls can be productive capitalists?
Can who? I didn't hear you. You're deep throating the phone. What'd you ask?
Can night owls be productive capitalists, or do you have to be
night owls? Well, yeah. Why not? For Christ's sake, there's a bunch of methods to make money at night. All right. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think some of the most successful, at least the successful fast food place, most fastest growing fast food places are 24 hours a day. One that I like specifically, and thank God I'm in Texas to have these around, Whataburger, all right? Whataburger. If you don't know what Whataburger is, by God, I feel sorry for you, all right? In-N-Out Burger ain't got nothing on Whataburger, all right? Ain't got nothing. And you can get a damn Whataburger 24 hours a goddamn day. That's what I hate about all these other fast food joints. They got like breakfast time. I don't want to eat a freaking breakfast. I want to freaking, I want to eat a double cheeseburger, for Christ's sake, if I feel like it, freaking 7 in the morning. I don't want to eat no freaking stupid powdered, manufactured eggs with, some lips and assholes based sausage. Jesus Christ. 208 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're taking too long. John Doodle, Radio Graffiti. Ah, Jesus Christ. No more deaf mutes, man. Come on. What the hell's going on here? 239 Radio Graffiti.
Well, howdy ho there, Ghost. It's Mickey Mouse again. Hey, I have a couple of my dwarfs calling out sick this weekend. I was hoping you'd come in and cover for a couple of them. You can be called Tootsie the Dwarf. Hey, you even get your own spot in the parade. What do you say?
Jesus Christ. Sick asshole. Freaking thinks he's freaking Mickey Mouse, for Christ's sake. Australia sucks. Radio Graffiti.
If you ask my 8-year-old what I do for a living, she might say I'm close. But in reality, I duty in my shorts.
Unfortunately, you're cutting in and out because you got a 386 SX computer and a 14 4K modem, all right? It sucks. And a net zero internet connection on top of that. The Thai Fruit Dragon, Radio Graffiti. I'm at the gay club. 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 I'm at the gay... Jesus Christ, enough of that. I just said that. I just freaking said that. You idiots are making splices in mid-show, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. I just freaking said that, man. Jesus Christ. Don't put your head on my shoulder, Radio Graffiti.
Ladies and gentlemen, the True Capitalist Radio Show!
Jesus Christ, man. All right, we get it. Money in my face, Radio Graffiti. Take a spit back. 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 All right, and look, that's enough of this crap, all right? That's enough of this in-show splicing, all right? I just freaking said that. I just freaking said that, man. I'm serious. I mean, there's something really strange going on here, folks, and I don't like it, for Christ's sake. You people are ruining my Baller Friday. You're ruining it. Jesus Christ. Godzilla, Radio Graffiti. Pretty good there. That's the solo, I believe, to Bohemian Rhapsody, all right? I mean, even though Freddie Mercury was fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops and was probably servicing every glory hole and every goddamn concert hall he played at, he could definitely write a song, you know? 425, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, just want to say thank you for the show. Happy Baller Friday. And I want to point out one thing. Muslims are totally allowed to make up prayers later, so this praying at work shit is total bullshit. See you later.
Hey, thank you very much. That's good to, hear a positive Radio Graffiti for once. And I completely agree, hey, Muslims, man, come on with the prayer stuff, all right? You know you can pray later, all right? I mean, what do you want us to do? You want us to start throwing bacon at you, for Christ's sake? You want us to, sneak in some ham and some of your food or some crap? Stupid idiots. Anyway, look, we're heading down to the end of the show, folks, all right? I'm going to go ahead and have a little bit of post-show Radio Graffiti. So if you folks want to listen to the show, the only way that you're going to be able to listen to it is if you call up right now. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. And if you don't get through, the only way that you're going to be able to listen to the show is via the archive as soon as we're done, and you can get to that at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks, all right? I mean, it's going to be posted as soon as we're finished on this broadcast, all right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and kick off a couple of these people that I believe are going to be deaf mutes, for Christ's sake, all right? So if you happen to be on here and you get clicked off, my bad, because, in my experiences, you may be a deaf mute, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and clear off some people. Go ahead and call in right now, 516-453-9903, if you want to listen to the post-show Radio Graffiti and participate in the post-show Radio Graffiti, all right? And when you're on the post-show Radio Graffiti, if I call on your area code or on your Skype name, say something. Anyway, folks, if you haven't already done so, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost, all right? Follow me on Twitter. Now, I may or may not have a anti-Mother's Day edition of the show this Sunday, so that's why you need to follow me on Twitter, folks, to find out. Politics Ghost. And don't forget to spread the show around like wildfire. Let everybody know about the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, baby. You understand that? We want 150 live listeners. 150,000, excuse me, not 150. We're way beyond that. We're at 40, 50,000 on average. All right? Seriously, we want 150,000 live listeners, so spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect into the house. Anyway, folks, thank you for tuning in with me. If I don't do a show on Sunday, you can come and see me on Monday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, baby. Thank you for tuning in with me. Long live the capitalist army, baby.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Earlier this week, Claire Tippins shared a princess nickname generator, 3 pictures of her dog wearing a tutu, and 2 online quizzes, including, what candy is your dream castle made of? Claire, your sharing has tipped the sugar scale and turned into oversharing. But have no fear, princess. Geico has something worth sharing with your internet kingdom, like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance just by visiting geico.com. No magic wand required. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
All right, now we are on to the third hour, which is the third hour edition, which is the post-show edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Whether you're listening to me live right now via the phone or listening to me via the podcast, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. All right, and before I get into more radio graffiti, even though I said it during the last hour, the last of the last hour, follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all right? Now, once again, I do want to discuss how important it is for everyone to start getting into a capitalist mindset, folks, all right? And I'm telling you, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to release this book. It's going to be very, very inexpensive for a beginning capitalist. Those that claim that they don't have the opportunities to become capitalist. Those who claim that they don't know how to become successful capitalists. Those who claim that they don't have any actual tools or knowledge to become a successful capitalist. I am writing this book for you. It's going to be very easy. I'm not going to try to make it complex and try to confuse you. All right, I may even curse in it a little bit. I may be even a little vulgar, but regardless, if you follow this book, if you're a beginning capitalist, a teenager, somebody who's young, if you follow this book, you will become a capitalist and you will be successful. You understand me? I'm not joking. So that is what I'm doing as it relates to this book that I am writing at this point in time. And it's going to be distributed exclusively over the internets. All right, I'm not trying to go out here and sign books or, go out and sell a freaking tangible book. So that means it'll be very inexpensive for everybody to obtain, and there should be no reason why no one should obtain it, all right? Because that's why I have come back on this broadcast, folks. I have come back because I am trying to create capitalists. And let me tell you, it doesn't really matter what age you are. You can always become a capitalist, all right? And let me tell you, don't look at the definition in these dictionaries as it relates to capitalism or capitalists. I mean, what I find ironic is a lot of these dictionaries, the first definition of a capitalist is somebody who's rich, somebody who's wealthy. Folks, you don't have to be rich to be a capitalist. Being a capitalist means you use your abilities, you use your creativity, you use your prowess to carve out your own destiny. Now, I know that a lot of these people that have been brought up in the star-fucking generation, these Beyonce worshipers and, it's Britney, bitch, and, all this crap, they want just to be narrow-minded ideas like I want to be a rock star, I want to be a superstar, I want to be a pop star. I mean, you have to look at the numbers and realize that the way you believe that you are going to be a big star is unrealistic, all right? Especially with the convergence of media. And, of course, the other dreams are, oh, I want to be rich and wealthy and all this other stuff. What people don't understand about wealth and what people don't understand about being rich is that it's easy to make money, all right? It's easy to make money. It's harder to keep it and to sustain whatever lifestyle you have grown yourself accustomed to. And you see, that's what separates people who can earn money for the meantime from actual successful capitalists. Because I'm telling you this right now, folks. When they talk about that infamous 1% all the time, you know, the socialists talk about it, the communists, the leftists, the liberals, the Democrats. Folks, I mean, Thomas Sowell, the economist, proved this by analyzing the IRS tax records from 1996 to 2006, okay? And he found that over 80% of the people that were in the 1% in 2006 were no longer there 10 years later. And those that were no longer there were filled with new people who were a part of the so-called 1%. And you see, that's what capitalism is supposed to do. You understand that? I mean, it's a competition. You have to continuously make money. The biggest misconception of everybody in the Western world is that you're going to get this big score that you're going to be able to live your life on for the rest of your life. That is the false reality that everybody is living in at this current time. There is no big score. All right? There is no big money that you're going to get that you're never going to have to work to obtain more or to keep what you have. I'm serious. There is no end all. There is no big score. Why do you think Warren Buffett, 80 years old, still works 15 hours a day? He was just at his Berkshire Hathaway stockholders meeting. I'm serious. All these wealthy pricks that are out here that are the richest men in the world, they got to continue to work 15 hours a day so they can sustain that. They're not out there just sitting on their asses all day. They're not out there like everybody believes on a beach, you know, sipping on a freaking pina colada, you know, with a bunch of badass, you know, Caribbean broads, you know, fanning them down with native leaf fans. It's not how it works. You have to be a successful capitalist, man. You have to understand that whatever money you make, you have to take the majority of that money you make and put it into hard assets that can either mature or at the very least sustain value for long periods of time. Seriously. You have to understand that that's the basis of capitalism. And I always tell people not to overexceed your lifestyle, all right? Like, try to live more rich than you actually are. Because I'm telling you, folks, when you can no longer make the capital to sustain whatever lifestyle you've grown accustomed to and people saw you grow accustomed to, when you can no longer financially sustain that lifestyle, you're going to find that when you can no longer sustain it, no one's going to care. No one's going to have any compassion towards you. On the contrary, your supposed friends that you were partying with when you were out here flossing, when you were living larger than you actually were, they're going to be the first ones pointing their fingers, laughing at you, saying, ha, you lose. It's just human nature, man. So that's why I'm telling you, folks, do not exceed your own lifestyle. All right? You gradually grow your lifestyle. You gradually grow it based upon your own long-term projection of your accumulated assets and your potential income. That's how you maintain and sustain your lifestyle. And that's a capitalist. All right? That's a capitalist. The ability to be able to sustain one's own lifestyle for the long term and be comfortable with it. Because, folks, not everybody wants to be a rich person. Believe it or not. Some people just want to make enough money, raise their family, have family times, have family memories, go on trips, these types of things. They don't want the problems and the burdens that come along with being rich. There's a lot of problems that come along with being rich, folks. I mean, it's not easy. That's why you always have to work. There is no final score as it relates to capitalism or any ism. There is no end score. There is no big fat end goal. The big pot at the end of the rainbow, for Christ's sake. That pot will go cold. It will run empty. Take a look at lottery winners. All right? Those are good examples of people that win large sums of money, tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars, and within 5 to 10 years, they're completely broke. And why is that, folks? Because they're not capitalists. I read about one asshole that won about $300 million or something. This idiot, he tried to live the lavish lifestyle of somebody who makes $300 million. He tried to buy everything cash. He bought, some $10 million house cash. He bought all these cars and all this crap, all right? Ends up getting a divorce, which that cost him a little money, and his kids took him to court because they thought that they were entitled to some money. Then this idiot started running out of money, for Christ's sake. And you see, what's unfortunate, folks, is that just because he paid for his $10 million home cash doesn't mean he actually owns the son of a bitch. That's what you people need to realize. There's something called a homeowners association fee, especially if you live in gated communities where you have a mansion residing in, all right? And if you fail to pay this homeowner association, they can take away your house just like they did to this lottery winner. And now this guy's a bum on the street. $300 million within 10 years, a bum on the goddamn street. Huh? And it's because he didn't know how to be a capitalist. That's why being a capitalist is very important. That's why people need to understand what it takes to be a goddamn capitalist. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off on that soliloquy about that, man, but seriously, this is why I'm back on this broadcast, all right? I want to create capitalists, man. I want to create success because if there's more successful people, then the opportunity for higher success gets higher and higher, all right? When there's nothing but poor, dumb people that don't know how to do anything for themselves, the opportunity and the possibility of higher opportunity is lower and lower. Hence, Obama freaking 2, all right? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the radio graffiti calls, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here because it's a damn Baller Friday, folks, all right? I want to celebrate the weekend, for Christ's sake. Go out and have a few drinks. You know what I mean? Kick back with the wife, for Christ's sake. Have a good time, man. I'm a capitalist. I can do that. That's how come I can sustain my lifestyle, folks, because every day I wake up, I don't just sit around, enjoying the breeze. I don't just, jerk myself off over here. I got to make capital every single day of my life. All right? Every single day. If I'm not making money every single day, I'm a loser, okay? I'm serious, because I don't work for anybody, all right? So, I got to motivate myself to go out and be like, all right, look, you can't stay comfortable. Anything can happen, all right? And shit, look at freaking Obama 2 happen, for Christ's sake, man. I made a lot of money during, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. Then when this son of a bitch got elected for, president, the profits started, shrinking a bit. And luckily, I'm a pretty good capitalist, folks. You diversify your investments. You have a bunch of maturing assets, for Christ's sake. You can offset that by different financial instruments. And you can sustain a bad president or two, and still live the lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to. And, my lifestyle is, I wouldn't say it's like, filthy rich or anything of that nature, but I like to do what I want to do. I like to be able to have enough money to go eat a badass, $150 dinner, $200 dinner. I like to, go out and, drop on some Johnny Walker Blue Label or some badass scotches, for Christ's sake, man. I like smoking Opus X cigars and Davidoff and Gurkha, Class Regents and, these types of things. I mean, all this stuff costs money. And the reason that I do it is because I appreciate it. I'm a connoisseur. I appreciate these things. All right? So, once again, folks, being a capitalist is not easy. All right? And that's why I am going to release this book here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, so that people can download it. It'll be very easy. I mean, I'm not going to charge that much for it. I mean, seriously, all right? So, I mean, if I'm not going to charge that much for it, there should be a lot of people buying it, all right, because they need it. And if you follow it, you will be a successful capitalist. Those that buy it and claim they're not a successful capitalist, they didn't read and they didn't apply the information to their pathetically anal lives, all right? I'm going to make it as simple as possible. All right, so there's no excuses. There's no excuses why you can't become a goddamn capitalist. I'm putting the secret sauce in the book, all right? And it doesn't matter what kind of capitalist you want to be. You want to be a low-end capitalist, you want to be a high-earner capitalist, you want to be an entrepreneur, whatever you want to be, follow what will be in this book and you can achieve it. I guarantee it, all right? Anyway, what do we got? We got 574 Radio Graffiti.
Fingers in his ass, fingers in his ass. Kanye West, he lies. Fingers in his ass, fingers in his ass, fingers in his ass.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, enough of these sick-ass songs, for Christ's sake. I remember once upon a time people actually made music that people wanted to hear. 813 Radio Graffiti. Some pretty good piano work there, man. Got a classical pianist right there. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, Exara Hawks, you got a little bit of competition for True Capitalist Pianist over here. Pretty good. Pretty good job. 732 Radio Graffiti.
I'm that goes, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick.
Jesus Christ, not this guy again. All right, not that guy. Endangered white male, Radio Graffiti.
And one of the perks that I liked about Roman Polanski's hotels was they would have, like a baby cockbower.
Shut up, all right, asshole? I mean, I believe that Roman Polanski needs to be thrown in prison for life, all right? But, of course, Hollywood, if you're affiliated with Hollywood, you can just get away with molesting people. It's obvious, all right? I mean, did y'all hear Corey Feldman? I mean, he even said in an interview that the biggest secret in Hollywood is pedophilia. It's everywhere. He even said it. He even got molested. Him and his friend Corey Haim, for Christ's sake. That's why Corey Haim took his own life. Hollywood is sick. That's why I don't give them one red cent of my money, for Christ's sake, man. Seriously. I don't even watch any of the new movies anymore. I don't pay for movies. I don't even have cable, okay? I don't even have cable. Seriously, I don't have cable. I don't need to be entertained by some stupid boob tube, for Christ's sake. This is the internet, for Christ's sake. If you wanted to find any form of entertainment, it's at your fingertips. So I want to watch what I want to watch, not what some stupid programmer put in front of my face when I flip a goddamn channel. All right? I'm the master of my entertainment gathering. I'm the master of my own news gathering. I'm the master of my own goddamn information gathering. Don't need some stupid dumbass programmer out here trying to dictate what they want me to watch. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm only going to say part of this name. Cream Radio Graffiti.
It took me a week of straining. until I pushed out a narrow, murky stream of poopy flooding the bathroom floor. It was an intoxicating, elusive mixture, the smell of death. And your mother was begging Barack to stop. Anyway, one night, Bill and Hillary Clinton, as well as George H.W. Bush and his wife Barbara, and Ronald Reagan, Jerry Falwell, Ann Coulter, Pat Robertson, and finally, Karl Rove and George W. Bush came into the office where I was jacking off vigorously to naked Japanese cartoons raping each other on the internet, featuring scenes of my wife, who, indeed, Barack believes in the virtues of capitalism. The last I...
Well, yeah, right. All right, whatever, Obama. You believe in the virtues of capitalism. Are you kidding me? You've tried to do everything you can to destroy capitalism, for Christ's sake. I just read a tweet that's been brought out by Donald Trump, that was tweeted out by Donald Trump. He's seeming to believe that Hillary Rotten Clinton is alluding to the fact that she may pick goofy-ass Elizabeth Warren as her VP. Now, this is preliminary. She hasn't made it official yet. But Donald Trump has sent out the past couple of tweets. The first one, I hope corrupt Hillary Clinton chooses goofy Elizabeth Warren as her running mate. I will defeat them both. And then he tweeted again, let's properly check goofy Elizabeth Warren's records to see if she is Native American. I say she's a fraud. Yeah, do you remember that? She tried to claim that she's a Native freaking American, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a freaking break. I mean, I've said time and time again, freaking Elizabeth Warren is a freaking hipster cartoon. All right? I mean, you couldn't get any more stereotypical liberal leftist crap. All right? I mean, seriously, she's goofy. She's a kookster. I mean, I think that Hillary Clinton would be shooting herself in the foot if she nominates this kooky broad as her vice presidential nominee. Seriously, she is an utter kook. The only appeal that she has is with hipster idiots that actually look like this cartoon. So anyway, I hope that Hillary Rotten Clinton does, go out and pick this stupid Elizabeth Warren, for Christ's sake. She definitely will lose. I mean, Elizabeth Warren is a vast contrast from goddamn Hillary Clinton, for Christ's sake. Almost damn near contradictory. But we'll see what happens. I'm telling you, Hillary's getting desperate, for Christ's sake. As more and more information comes out about these emails, this broad is getting desperate. Anyway, 408 Radio Graffiti.
I want Princess Celestia to pee in my mouth.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you hear this? Anyway, we've got 502 Radio Graffiti.
I would like to invite you to my Broadway musical, Blazing Alberta. Might help you get that waterlogged wheelchair kind of dried up. Don't want the rest.
Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron, all right? 360 Radio Graffiti.
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lone Star Beer. Fuck that fucking Alamo and fucking Lone.
Let's not start that again, all right? I mean, that literally, no, let's not start that again. Please, let's not start that again, all right? 786 Radio Graffiti.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, it's actually my first time calling you, and I actually want to give a shout-out to the engineer because, he's a pretty cool guy. And, Baller Friday.
Hey, well, thank you for calling up, and, hey, engineer. This guy just gave you a shout-out. You want to say something to him? Well, it looks like the engineer's kind of happy, and thanks for calling up. 201 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, how about that last guy's phone? It sounds like the suspect chrome of a 57 Chevy wheelchair.
Shove it up your ass. Just shove it up your ass. 404 Radio Graffiti.
Hillary Clinton can't become president.
I don't blame you. Are you kidding me? She cannot become president is right. Are you kidding me? Our country is over if Hillary Rotten Clinton is president. It's over. It's finished. Josh Goldfingers, Radio Graffiti.
Donald Trump.
Thank you. We need to build a wall, Russ, and that's what's happening whether you like it or not. I don't mind having a big Mexican penis, that I can tell you right now.
Get this idiot off of here, for Christ's sake, all right? I'm telling you, do not besmirch the name of one Donald Trump, you scumbags. 773 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. 610 Radio Graffiti.
I'm watching you.
Excuse me? That's exactly what Ghost from True Capitalist Radio told Goofy Bone goodbye to anyone standing in Ghost's way. We hate the Goofy Bone and prostate and tractor root bones, man.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. 609 Radio Graffiti.
Come see what all the excitement is about at Retro Fitness. Retro has it all for fitness training and nutrition. Tons of cardio, free weights, machines, boxing, personal training, our beautiful cardio theater, tanning, childcare.
Jesus Christ, you scumbags. I'm not a midget, all right? Stop it with the midget talk. Jacob Hunter, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's up, Ghost? This is Dr. Bristle calling in to let you know, Happy Baller Friday! Woo!
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, happy Baller Friday to you too, boy. Woo! 630 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. I'm just going to say my brother can drown Tough Guy in his bathtub in less than a minute. That fruity bastard ain't going to do shit.
Okay, I believe you. Oh my God! I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be laughing. I don't mean to be laughing, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let me calm down. I'm sorry, folks. That's not nice. I'm sorry. 216 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, happy Baller Friday. Just want to say a fantastic show. If you don't mind, I would like to send a message of goodwill to the Capitalist Army. If any member of the Capitalist Army is coming to my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio for the Republican Convention, if you go to 2207 Seymour Avenue and ask for Gina, you can get a free beer of your...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Are you kidding me, man? Are you trying to give out some broad's address that didn't play with your wee-wee? Come on, man. It's not the venue to be doing that crap. Get out of here. Get out. Oh, I got Templeton over here. What's going on, Templeton? You okay? What's wrong with you? Huh? What's wrong with that Templeton? He's a good dog. It's okay. Hold on. Wait right there. All right, I'm almost done. I think he wants me to get the hell off the goddamn show, for Christ's sake. He's tired of hearing me. 410 Radio Graffiti.
Are you doing it now, Donald Trump? Donald Trump, are you doing it now? I'm going to call right there.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Jonas, Radio Graffiti.
I like to see bad people fail. Ghost failed. I'm happy about it. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Ghost, you're fired. Ghost is a loser.
You son of a bitch. Screw you. Screw you. God damn it, you sons of bitches. That's it. That's it. That's it. You people have ruined it. You've ruined my Bowler Friday. I'm done. I'm done. Stick a goddamn fork in me. I'm done. I'm done with that crap, for Christ's sake. Screw that bastard that made that splice. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you to hell. Goddamn son of a bitch. I can't believe it. I can't believe you people would do that. I can't believe you people would do that. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. Give me that goddamn mic. You sorry sacks of crap. How dare you? How dare you people? I'm telling you, you goddamn troll terrorist, cyber vermin. I'm done with this crap, all right? You people have ruined my Baller Friday up in here, all right? You people have ruined it. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to do a goddamn anti-Mother's Day edition show of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I don't know yet, boy. Follow me on Twitter, Politics Ghost, all one goddamn word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, to find out if I am or not. All right? Because the way it looks right goddamn now, I don't feel like doing it, for Christ's sake. I mean, look at you. Look at you people. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect accorded that title. I deserve that respect, boy, and you better give me that respect, all of you. Jesus Christ. And look, I bet you some of you people that are out here that are trolling me hard out here, you'd probably shine my shoes, boy. You understand that? You shine my shoes, boy. Shine those shoes, boy. Spit shine that shoe, boy. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done with this crap. I am done. You people, you are not ruining my Baller Friday more than you already goddamn have done, all right? Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to have a anti-Mother's Day edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast this Sunday. Once again, follow me on Twitter to figure out if I am Politics Ghost. If you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, if I could strongly advise you, please spread the show around like wildfire. All right? All right, please spread the show around like wildfire, all right? All right, I want to see 150,000 live listeners on the stats out here, all right? It's just a freaking click, all right? We got freaking buttons right next to the player, right in front of you, for Christ's sake. Facebook like buttons, retweet this button, social media buttons. Use and abuse those buttons. It's just a freaking click. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. It was a decent Baller Friday, to say the least, until these damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin ruined it. I want to thank you for tuning in with me, folks. I am out of here. I don't know if I'm going to have a show this Sunday. I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet, boy. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to communism and socialism, and death to totalitarianism, boy. Happy Baller Friday. I'm out of here. Woo!
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.